I am so stupid. Hey, ATG fam, it's B. Marie checking in. Today is August. I don't even know what day it is. What's today's date? Today is August 13th, 2010, and I weighed in at 165 even. So for me, that's a gain of 0.8. And that's that with the weight. This video is actually talking about HCG and a few questions that people have for me. Although I suggest that you go to somebody that has a lot more knowledge than I do and probably know the correct terminology for everything, but since you want me to do it, I'm going to do what I do the best way I can. So, alright, what is HCG? HCG is, I can't say the last part, so I'm just going to say it the way I say it. HCG, it stands for human chronic, then I can't pronounce that last word. So, HCG is a hormone that is produced by pregnant women. When women get pregnant, we produce this hormone in our placenta, and it helps protect the baby when we're malnutrition, when we're not eating properly, or when we're not giving the baby what the baby needs. That hormone kicks in so it can supply the baby with what it needs. So why does this thing work for us? Well, considering when you're on HCG, you are to follow a very strict, low-calorie, 500-calorie diet. Your body is deficient in a lot of areas. Your body can go in starvation mode if you're not taking HCG and you just decide to either fast or go on a 500-calorie diet. So to prevent that starvation mode, HCG is there to help you. And what the HCG, the hormone, does is, let me put it like this. When you go in starvation mode, anything you put in your mouth, your body is holding on to it. It's like, oh my God, when's she going to feed me again? I'm not going to eat. So it holds on to it. So one of you now becomes two of you eventually, because your body is like, I'm starving. Okay, so in order for your body not to starve, it's holding on tightly. So that's what the HCG hormone does. It helps your body, prevent your body going into that starvation mode. So women are expected to lose up to a half a pound a day. Men are expected to lose up to a pound a day. Not saying every day you get on a scale you're going to be a half a pound lighter or a pound lighter. But when you round off your 43 days, you should have lost a half a pound a day, which for women 20 pounds, men 40 pounds. It sucks. Men lose more weight than women, but that's what it is. It is what it is. So I'm gonna ask my daughter about how she did on the HCG protocol, because we both did it. I did the homeopathic formula back in February, and it did not work for me at all. It just didn't work. It wasn't happening. I had cravings. I was hungry all the time, and I was following this diet. I lost weight. That I did too. But when I went to my doctor, he was saying that it's more muscle than fat. And when I stopped, I did the HCG for 8 days. And as soon as I stopped, I started cheating. I started gaining 2 pounds a day. And I was like gaining like real fast. So it got kind of crazy. So for me, the homeopathic formula didn't work, but I was determined to do this protocol. So Tawanda and me, we decided to do it together, and we were going to do injections. But Jasmine, when she came up for the summer, she decided she wanted to do the protocol, and I explained it to her, and she was game. So she did the homeopathic formula. So Jasmine, tell all my friends, hey, that's family out there. Tell them hey.
Hi.
All right. So, how did you like the HCG protocol?
It was kind of easy for me because it was just 3 drops 3 times a day, I think.
10 drops?
Yeah, 10 drops 3 times a day. And it tastes nasty, but you'll get used to it.
Okay. Do you think you lost enough weight? Do you think you lost weight that you would not have lost if you had done this on your own?
Yes, I have lost a lot of weight when I did this. I'm so happy.
How much weight have you lost?
I lost 22 pounds.
Y'all hear that? 22 pounds. And her 40 days is not up yet. 22 pounds. Did you have sugar cravings for pastas, candies, cookies, ice cream? Did you crave it, or you just wanted it because everybody else was having it?
When Vias was making all those foods, I was going crazy, but I learned to control the way I eat. I asked her what kind of calories and stuff were in it. She explained it, and I was like, okay, I'm not going to do that. because it would just gain and gain, and I would gain more weight pretty much.
Did you cheat on the protocol?
I did once, twice.
You cheated twice?
Yeah.
And what kind of results did you have after your cheat?
Actually, I didn't gain that much weight. I only gained like a pound because I controlled the way I was eating when I cheated. So
she had a pound gain. Did you have any headaches, nausea, upset stomachs while on the protocol?
I had a minor headache, but that was pretty much it for me.
Okay, if it was somebody out there wondering should they do the HCG protocol, whether they should do homeopathic or not, what would you tell them to convince them that homeopathic was a good way for you?
Well, it depends on how your body is structured and how your body can handle how that works. So, yeah.
Would you recommend this to your family?
Of course.
Okay. All right.
Somebody was jealous.
For me, I'm doing the injections. There are 3 different HCGs. Well, no, it's one HCG. It's 3 different ways you can do it. The first way, which is the way I'm doing it, is injections with the insulin needle. The second way, and both of these ways are using the real HCG. The second way is sublingual, where you mix it and you use the Vlcd or bacterial static water, and you put the drops underneath your tongue and you hold it for 5 to 15 minutes. The third way is what Jasmine did, is the homeopathic drops, the homeopathic formula, and that was her way. And I think that not to put anybody down for doing whichever way they feel more comfortable, just learning your body and controlling your cravings. If you have cravings, trying to really work through them for that one day. I had to learn that the homeopathic formula just wasn't for me. However, I haven't had any problems on the real deal. Reason being, when I got sick from doing it, it's because I cheated. The other one is when my very first low calorie day, I had a very bad headache, and I think I had one more headache in the protocol, but that was it. And I usually get a lot of headaches. Isaiah, please go somewhere else. I usually get a lot of headaches. So I've had 3 headaches on this protocol and 1 upset stomach, and that's because I cheated. So for me, I've lost 29 points. What did I say before? 29.2 pounds, and I'm at Vlcd 39. So I still have tomorrow is my last injection day, and so I recommend it. I recommend it if you've tried everything else and you're now considering surgery. If you've tried everything else and you want to do some kind of surgery, I recommend you try this first before you have your body cut on. The weight I've lost, I'm not flabby with it. It's coming in. So even though I've lost a significant amount of weight, the protocol is actually pulling my weight in. So I don't have that loose skin. And when you have a surgery, you risk having that loose skin. I've seen people that have had the lap band procedure and the gastric bypass surgery, and tummy tucks were required. My stomach is going down naturally, and so I would recommend that. First of all, it's not as expensive if you do it yourself. They do have HCG clinics. They're very expensive, but if you're considering surgery, don't try this first. Really try it. But this is a change of mind and a lifestyle change. The reason why I'm saying that is you need to get your mind right before you try to do this protocol. You really need to read Pounds and Inches. And if you like Kevin Trudeau or you don't like Kevin Trudeau, you may want to go to the library and read some of his material, or go on YouTube and look him up. He has some information that's valuable. The foods that we eat are so addictive. So when I say it's a change of mind, a mind change, you have to really be prepared, because once you finish the protocol and you go into P4, this is your forever program. This is how you're going to live the rest of your life out. If you want to live a healthy life and not dependent on food, then this is a very good protocol to follow. I suggest looking at Food Inc. That was a good movie that talked about how the food system is designing to keep us in bondage to this food. And I'm not trying to be all deep or whatever, but really think about this. I have a friend that had a 5-year-old daughter that started her period and had breasts. From what? The doctor said it was from the milk. It was from the hormones that was in the milk. Think about a chicken. Has anybody seen a farm-raised chicken? Chicken wings are not designed to be like this. That is a turkey. not a chicken. Chickens are injected with hormones so that they can produce more eggs. They can have bigger wings, bigger thighs, bigger backs. You know, when you go to KFC and you see them big, huge backs, man, that's a chicken that's been injected with something. That's not a real size chicken. And then when you look at those eggs aren't designed to be that big. Come on, that's the hormones that they putting in this stuff. Think about your milk and your yogurts and all that stuff, and the hormones that they're putting in that stuff. That's going in your body, and that's messing with your system, and that's having you develop things that you wouldn't want to develop. The meat, your beef, cows are being injected with hormones so that they can produce more milk, and like I said before, to make bigger production, to be bigger, so that the food chain can sell more. And so it's unhealthy. Think about whatever that animal's eating, so are you. Whatever the animal's being injected with, so are you. So just keep that in your mind. It's a lifestyle change. I'm not saying I'm totally organic, because I'm not. I can't afford organic. But I'm very mindful of the foods that I'm eating. Processed foods is another thing. That's not real food. What's a chicken breast with rib meat? If somebody can answer that one for me, let me know. Chicken breast with rib meat? Okay. That was on a whole other page. Anyway, it's a mindset. So what I just want you guys to remember, that if you're really considering a protocol, think about it, talk to people about it, and read about it. The best information you can get is from the information that others has had, and things that they've done and done wrong or done right. Like I said, I'm not the best person in the world to talk about this protocol. You got so many people that are so much better at this than me.